First question, Hamas cowards. Why are you too coward to surrender? Second question, world public, why are you too coward to use the words Hamas surrender? World leaders, politicians, why are you too coward to demand Hamas surrender? Are you making too much money out of your defense shares? Yeah. Are you the criminals? Are you all willing to go to prison for aiding and abetting Hamas, murdering innocent women and children? Because that's all you are. You're murderers. You're cowards. Yeah. Why am I, apart from Israel, the only person in the world that is using two words? Hamas surrender. Why is it so hard for the world to use those two words? Hamas surrender. Stop being cowards, hiding behind innocent civilians, men, women, children. Are you really this much of a coward tunnel rats that you hide in tunnels? You hide in hospitals, schools, mosques, churches, people's apartment complex. Hamas, surrender. Surrender, or we will kill every Palestinian in the world. You decide. You can stop this today. You come out of your tunnels like scared little rats you are, and you surrender. You then release all the hostages, then you surrender. Hamas surrender. I do not fear those words. Hamas, you got a problem with my words? Come and knock on my fucking door. I dare you. Because I ain't a fucking coward civilian hiding behind you. Yeah? You are cowards hiding behind innocent women, children, and men. Be men. Be women. Grow a set. Yeah? Stop being cowards and surrender. You started this. Now surrender and do your time. If you're not prepared to do the time, don't do the crime. And definitely don't hide like scared little rats in tunnels. Two words for you. Hamas surrender. Why is the world too coward to use those words? Come on, all you little gobby shits. Come here to my room right now, yeah, live on YouTube, and tell me why you are too coward to use the words Hamas surrender. Why is it? Two words. Hamas surrender. Not ceasefire. Or do you want this going on for the next 5,000 years? Because every 5 weeks, ask for a ceasefire like cowards. One solution to this, it's called Hamas surrender, and world population. Stop being chicken shits. In fact, the fucking chicken is braver than you guys. The chicken is actually braver. Even during the bombing, the roosters are still crowing. What are you all doing? Hiding behind your phones like cowards. 2 words. I'll say it again. You can edit out all the bad words. I do apologise for that. Hamas surrender. Everyone's calling for a ceasefire. When you go to a ceasefire, it means it never ends. One way this ends. The death of Hamas, including civilian women, children, and men. Don't ask me for sympathy. Oh, look at the babies. You don't use babies as a weapon of war. Yeah, you don't feed your enemy. You don't aid your enemy. The idea of what Hamas started this war, and there's one goal of Israel now, and that is to win by any means necessary. You don't cry human rights laws. You don't cry laws. When Hamas invaded Israel on the 7th of October, how many laws did they break? Kidnap, murder, rape, illegal migration, immigration, going to another country's country without permission. So that's 4 laws they've broken already. Don't cry from your media stations, hiding in your homes, on your dollar phones, calling for the ceasefire, because you're all too coward to demand Hamas surrender. Why am I the only person other than Israel that is demanding Hamas immediately surrender? Why am I the only person saying that? Why are you all too coward to demand Hamas surrender? Why is that? Why are you all too coward to use those words? The only people using those words is myself and Israel. Why is that? Why are you all cowards, too scared to say Hamas surrender? What do you fear? Do you want this war going on another 20 years like Afghanistan, or do you want it to end today? 2 words. Hamas surrender. Now let's hear you chanting that on the streets. Don't bother going to your protests today, tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, whatever. If you are too coward to use the words Hamas surrender, don't take to the streets like idiots, because that's all you're doing. You're proving you're idiots. You're demanding a ceasefire. Well, how about use the words Hamas surrender? Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. How hard are those 2 words? Hamas surrender. How hard is that? Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. How hard are those 2 words? Do you want to keep seeing millions of people die all over the world because of this war? Because it's not going to be Israel, Gaza, West Bank, and Lebanon. Yeah, it's now people being murdered all over the world. Attacks on Palestinians, attacks on Jews. The best one of all is, guys, this wasn't an attack on Jews. This was an attack on the world. Why are you people too dumb? Why are you little sheep that follow but cannot think for yourselves? Yeah, you all troll me online. You all bully me 24 hours a day, 365 days a week because you're cowards. That's all you are. It's all a bully is, a coward. Israel aren't a bully. Israel hasn't broken any international laws. When you invade a country, you take their citizens hostage, you kidnap them. When you rape their women, when you kill their men, did you think about international laws then? So don't cry and use Al Jazeera as your Hamas spokepiece because you're too coward to actually surrender. So all you're proving to the world is you're a bunch of cowards. That's all you are, cowards. And this is to the world population, except Israel. You're cowards as well. 8 billion people in this world, and you're all too coward to use the words Hamas surrender. What is so hard to think? A ceasefire means a pause in the war. Hamas surrender means Hamas come out of their tunnels. They hand over all their weapons with their guns and rifles cleared. Cleared means you take the magazine off the rifle or out of the gun. You clear the chamber of any live rounds. And then you hand it over to an armourer who then takes control of the weapon. As we used to say in the army and in the Royal Air Force, "Sir, I have no large or empty cases in my possession, sir." And you leave the range. 2 words. Hamas surrender. Why is it so hard for you cowards and very sick people to use those words? You're all very, very sick people. You are watching people die 24 hours a day on YouTube. Why are you all really that sick? You are watching women, children, babies, men dying because you're too coward to use the 2 words. Hamas surrender. How hard is that? Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. Come on, TV channels. Come on, world media. Stop being cowards. Come on, world government, including the British government. Why are you all too coward to use the words Hamas surrender? No ceasefire. One rule in war. We win. Second rule. The enemy surrenders. And in this case, the enemy is Hamas. Why am I one of the only people in the world with common sense? Why are you all so thick now? Do you want to really listen to a 60-year-old man with no teeth, a beard, long hair, can't even pay his bills, can't pay his rent, can't buy food, he's got no money to pay for electric or gas. Do you want a person laying in his bed telling you all to get jobs, telling you all to stop scamming the welfare system because you're all too lazy to work? See, not only are you cowards, too coward to use the word Hamas surrender, you're also criminals defrauding the benefit system, both here in the UK and in the US. You're all a bunch of wankers, beep, too coward to say Hamas surrender and too lazy to work. Oh, Ray, get a job, get a job. Well, by the way, I'm a welfare scammer. If you go on to the Times and Sunday Times live chat room, you'll see Hunger Strike, Illuma City, yeah, 2 people, that's their names, yeah, who have openly admitted to scamming the welfare system in fake mental health medical claims because they're cowards and they're too lazy to work. And I will call you out. Yeah. Answer the question. Hamas, why are you too coward to surrender? And the world public, including governments, why are you too coward to use the words Hamas surrender? Why is this? Why are only myself and Israel using those words? Hamas surrender. Why is it so hard to use those words? Hamas surrender. That means the war ends. 75 years of hostility end. And it all ends by Hamas surrendering. It really is that simple. You're all crying, calling world government cowards, weak, murderers, yeah, but I don't see one of you having the balls to make a YouTube video demanding Hamas surrenders. I don't see one of you on the TV, on the radio, on chat. I don't see you in any of your social media posts actually demanding Hamas surrender. Why is that? Why are you all cowards? And I will call you cowards. I will go live on TV. Any TV station in the world that wants to interview me live on TV, I will come on TV exactly as I am now. And I will say 2 words. Okay, Mr. Duggan, we're live on there. Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. That's all I will say. All during the interview. Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. Why is it so hard for you cowards watching people die from your dollar phones? Why is it too hard for you cowards to demand Hamas surrender? Why is it you're all screaming for a ceasefire, but too scared to use the words Hamas surrender? Why is that? Why are you all too weak and cowards to use the words Hamas surrender? Why are you all too weak and cowards to actually work jobs? 39,000 people normally in Al Jazeera's live chat room. Yeah? All watching people die. 300,000 people on London Saturday calling for the ceasefire because they're too weak and coward to use the word Hamas surrender. And next time, you idiot protesters go on the A3 bridge at the House of Commons, don't block off a hospital. The last 2 weeks now, I've seen protesters on the A3 bridge blocking off St Thomas's Hospital. So then people can't get emergency treatment when they need it because the ambulances can't get into St Thomas's Hospital. Is this how sick and stupid you people really are? You block a hospital. You're defending the rights of Palestinians, yet you're killing your own people and tourists that are visiting the country by blocking off a major London hospital. I was furious when I saw that. But going back to the video, why are you people too coward to say Hamas surrender? Why is this? Why are you people too coward to demand Hamas surrender? I'm about to lose my house, which means by Christmas, I'm going to be dead to straight. Because I'll either starve to death or I'll either freeze to death. All because I can't pay £100 a month rent because of the multi-room occupancy charge, meaning we lose 11% of our rent for one room, 25% for 2 rooms. So I can't pay £25 a week. So by Christmas, not only am I going to be out of the home, I'm going to be dead. Either frozen to death on the street or starved to death on the street. 9 weeks ago, I was a food bank. I was a food waste hero. And I was actually giving people food. I spent £500 of my own money to buy 298 litre freezers to keep the food safe. So I didn't have to throw 1,000 litres of fuel. Hold on. Batteries go. So I didn't have to throw 1,000 litres of food on a plugging in. Yeah. This is how much you people really care. You're too coward to demand Hamas surrender. I'll say it again, Hamas surrender. You're too weak to support your own families. Everyone says the same to me online. Why should we have to work to support our kids? Because it's called being a parent. It's what parents do. But you're all too lazy. Because Great Britain is now a welfare state rather than a working class state. And no, I don't get welfare. I'm being denied all access to my job coach unless I attend a commitment review. Someone called an ambulance on me last night. Hope's phone call. 999, blue light ambulance, comes screaming to my house because some idiot called an ambulance. You know, you can bully me as much as you want. The only thing that will get you is me ripping you to pieces. Because you're all cowards. That's all you are. Cowards. One guy said to me night before last, get your teeth fixed, shave off your beard, then you might actually get a job. I tore him a new asshole. This is how much you people care. You will let a 60-year-old man die the street, all over £25 a week. £25 a week. That's less than £4 a day. Yeah, I'm going to be dead by the new year. Maybe by Christmas. Oh, because no one in this world will help me. No one in this world will actually help each other. All you want to do is scam the welfare system. I don't want £84 a week. I want £84 a day. I work for my money. Because I'm not a coward like you lot. Because that's all you are. Cowards. Why are you all too coward to use the words Hamas surrender? Why is this? Oh, and what is it you all say? Oh, Ray, you need mental help. No, I don't. It's called anger. It's not called insanity. Yeah. I'm watching the world burn because you're all stupid idiots. Not one of you got any common sense. You're all shouting free Palestine. But then when I challenge you on the web, you run like flies. Gone. Block. Because you're too coward. You can protest the street because you think you'll get your 5 minutes on fame on YouTube and it'll make you a YouTube millionaire. Next time you go onto the streets, Saturday, when you're all on the streets, I want to hear 2 words. Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. None of the other crap you're using. Yeah? I want to hear 2 words at all protests worldwide. Hamas surrender. Not ceasefire. Ceasefire just means a pause in hostilities. Yeah. Hamas surrender means the cowards come out of their tunnels where they're hiding like little rats. No, sorry, because rats are braver because they won't run from a fight. They'll run to a fight. Come on. Come on, cowards. Hamas surrender. I want to see the world public government. I want to see someone in the United Nations have the balls to stand up and say Hamas surrender. Oh no, they're not going to do that because that will kill their shares in the defense contractors. While this war is going on, and while war is going on all over the world, these idiots are making billions out of defense shares. Come on. I want to see you guys from today, from the time I end this video, saying Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. For those that don't understand English, it's Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. Hamas surrender. How hard is it to use them words? And Al Jazeera, I'm challenging you now. Why are you too coward to use the words Hamas surrender? And why can you not actually report any news? Why has your TV and YouTube channel been on a loop now for 6 weeks? And you're saying, oh, there's no international reporters in Gaza. Yeah, there is. Because we talk to 3 on a daily basis. We talk to 3 on a daily basis. Yeah. Al Jazeera, get your fingers out of your asses and actually start reporting news. Switch your loop off. Because you're killing yourselves. Your room at the start of the day, 39,000 people live on YouTube watching Al Jazeera English. And then it goes into the loop after an hour, 2 hours, and it drops to 11,000 because you're idiots. All you are, Al Jazeera, is a mouthpiece for Hamas and Qatar that is a state sponsor of terrorists. Qatar was put into isolation a few years ago. Everyone blocked it. Qatar was isolated because it was proven that Qatar is a state sponsor of terrorism. And that's proved. Hamas, where do the leaders hide? Qatar. ISIS, where do their leaders hide? Qatar. Taliban, where do their leaders hide? Qatar. Because Qatar are a state sponsor of terrorism, and Al Jazeera is just a mouthpiece for Hamas and Iran, and too weak to use the word Hamas surrender. The BBC, too weak to use the word Hamas surrender. Sunak, too weak to use the word Hamas surrender. The King, too weak to use the word Hamas surrender. You're all weak cowards. You're too weak to use the word Hamas surrender. How hard is it? Hamas surrender. End the war. Over. All Hamas fighters, supporters, sponsors, they clear Gaza and then give Gaza back to the Gazans, or whatever they're called. Come on, I want to see you cowards using 2 words. Hamas surrender. Why is it so hard for you people to use those 2 words? Hamas surrender. Why is it so hard? Hamas surrender. The war's over. Israel can live in peace. Gaza can live in peace. Why are you all too weak to demand Hamas surrender? Why am I the only person who's brave enough to come onto YouTube that can now go to all 8-9 billion people of the world? You think I'm a fool? Visit my website. Leave a comment. See, you cowards, you're too coward to even face me. It's like Immingham Job Centre. They're too weak and cowards to even face me. The Department Works and Pensions are too coward to come knock on my door so we can actually, after 20 years, sort my benefits out because they're too weak and cowards. Because that's all the world is now. Bully boys. I'll tear you a new arsehole. I don't fear Hamas. I don't fear man. I don't fear governments. I fear nothing. I don't fear human, God, or animal. You're the coward. DWP, I'm daring you. Come knock on my door. But you won't, because you're too coward. You hide behind the police, the ambulance service, the fire service. Oh, let's send Mr. Duggan an ambulance. And if he doesn't answer the door, let's break his door down. Twice now, guys, I've had my house invaded by emergency services because the job centre has called them. Because they're too weak to come knock on my door themselves. They can't pay me and 20 million other people £84 a week, but they can send two emergency ambulances out at a cost of thousands of pounds. The call out last night cost at least £1,000. Repair my door, it's going to cost £2,000. So that's now going to cost North East Lincolnshire Council at least £3,000. When I sue North East Lincolnshire Council for abuse and bullying, it will start at £20 million. That's how much I'll sue the government for. I'll take $12,000 a year as income, and then I'll give $12,000 a year to families in need. But Hamas, world leaders, DWP, you're all the same. You're bully boys and cowards. DWP, you have a problem with this video? Come knock on the door. Come knock on my door. Don't be a coward hiding behind the police, the fire service, and the ambulance service, because they're really getting sick of being told to get lost by me, because you, the Department of Works and Pensions, are a bunch of pricks that can't pay the welfare bill, and then you wonder why no one is working in the UK. Because they see people like me not getting benefits that they're entitled to. They see mothers not getting money to feed their kids. They see 12,000 people right now. I haven't checked it recently, so it's probably gone up. 12,000 people a week die in the United Kingdom because the government haven't got the balls to support their own people. Let's pay our MPs 42,000 a year minimum income. Then let's put them in the government, paying them another 42,000 a year. Then let's give them an unlimited expense bill. How about you cut the MP's wages down to £1,000 per month, and then you take the other £4,000 a month and you give that to 4 families. 600 MPs, that's 2,500 families getting £1,000 a month. £3 trillion is the GDP of the UK. That 67 million people in the UK. If you take the £3,000 per month in GDP, every person in the country could get £3,000 a month. That's every person. Family of 4, that would be £12,000 a month. If you then cap it at £3,000 per family, or let me rephrase that, £12,000 per household. Everyone gets £3,000 a month. You get people in my area, they're only paying about £400 or £500 a month for rent. So they'll live a life of luxury with £3,000. Get people in Oxford paying about £1,700 a month. They've still got £1,300 a month to live on. You get, and then when you pay these people the £3,000 a month, you charge them 25% tax, which means you get £750 back per month. Then if these people want to go to work, they can. But then you charge all companies 25% of gross takings. No allowances for companies. They buy uniforms. It comes out of their profit. They pay staff wages. Again, it comes out of their profit. Why should people like me, and there's 20 million of us in the UK right now, living with no money? If you pay each family £3,000, each household £3,000 a month, you can close down the National Health Service. You can close down the welfare system. You pay every household in the country £3,000 minimum income. You close down the welfare system completely. You make every single person in the world doing business in the UK, you make them pay 25%. No ifs, no buts. Completely close the welfare system down. That means no National Health Service, no free schools, no free school meals, no public transport subsidised, no rents subsidised. This welfare state's got to stop. This is the problem now. We can't employ staff because they'd rather scam the welfare system out of £1,600 a month PIP, £700 a month universal credit with rent paid. Now, get rid of all that garbage, yeah? You pay every household in the United Kingdom £3,000, you charge them 25% tax, that's giving you £750 per month in tax back. You then charge every company 25% of gross take-ins, meaning that for every million they take, they pay 250,000 in tax. MPs, you do away with their allowances. Companies, you do away with their allowances. It's just a scam. How many companies out there have got ghost employees? In other words, people that are on the books that never actually turn up to work, just so they can avoid paying tax. How many companies are claiming uniforms for staff that they never use? The GDP of the UK is 3 trillion a year, giving every person 3 grand. I'm saying give every household 3 grand. We won't slide into poverty because the welfare system doesn't pay now. You know, if you go to my website, you can read the response from Universal Credit. Contact Care for food and help with utilities. If you want urgent help, call 999. Not, okay, come into the office, we'll talk about getting you into work. We'll stop all the nonsense about a commitment review. When you say commitment to review, to me, that says, Raymond, come down to, sorry, let me rephrase that. Sir, come to Grimsby Job Centre. No, sorry, let me start that all over again. Sir, not Mr. Duggan, not Raymond, I'm not your mate. You are waiting for me to die in my home. You are praying daily for me to die in my home. Don't you dare call me Raymond. Don't you ever address a person by his surname or Christian name when you're refusing. They're not your mate. The first time you call someone by their first name or their family name, we call it surname in the UK, you've got their back straight up. Same goes for the debt recovery agencies and all the businesses out there. You don't address a person by their first name. It's, good morning, sir. How may I help you? Just like I did when I worked in hotels and restaurants. It wasn't, oh, good morning, Mr. Smith. How are you today? Good morning, sir. Exactly the same as when I worked in the officers' mess in the Royal Air Force. Good morning, sir. What would you like for your breakfast? Can I start by getting you a coffee and an orange juice? Yes, please. Can I have grapefruit juice instead, though? Yes, sir. What would you like for breakfast? Full English, please. Thank you, sir. Sir, not Raymond, not Mr. Duggan. We are your customers. Without us, you don't have a job, right? I'm demanding now that the Department of Works and Pensions have the balls to come and knock on my door, not hiding behind the Universal Credit staff who are like receptionists. Unless you can get past the receptionist, you can't talk to the person you need to. And university grant. I am now being denied all access to my job coach. I am now being denied any access to any public help. Why? All because I won't attend an interview at Grimsby. I've got a job centre. I can shout at the job centre and they'll hear me. But no, they're too coward to deal with me unless it's behind glass. Because they're cowards. I remember once I was in the Immingham Job Centre before it moved. And I attended a sign-on, whatever. And as soon as I walked in the door, the security guard sat at the table that I was being interviewed at. I turned around to her, sit down, puppy. She can't talk. I said, I'm telling you, sit down. I said, if you don't, I says, I'll get up, I'll take the phone out of my pocket, and I'll make one phone call. My brother is actually Humberside Police, and he will have no problem coming down here with Reef, his dog, and arresting you for harassment. She wasn't just sitting next to the table. She was literally in my face. This is the harassment I've been taking over the last 20 years. One day, when I first moved to Immingham, I actually crawled into the job centre in Immingham, gave the sick note in like I normally did. Oh, we can't accept it. We're not going to. You've got to have an interview. I couldn't even fucking stand. I'm not joking. I crawled into the job centre. The manager forced me to basically drag me to a table, sat me in a chair like a fucking prisoner, and said, I'm God here. I run this job centre. I don't do what the Department of Work and Pensions tell me to. I got up and walked out. And from that day, the Immingham Job Centre have given me shit. When I first moved to Immingham, I had no contact with anyone. I went downstairs and started giving out leaflets for my food bank, for food waste heroes. All of a sudden, the PCSO turned up. Excuse me, sir, what are you doing? I said, I'm giving leaflets out. Why? What's the problem? Oh, we've had a phone call from the job centre to say there's a vagrant begging. I went, really? So I'm now a vagrant. I'm begging. I said, for your information, see that window up there? He went, yeah. I said, that's mine. I live there. I went, secondly, if you'd like to get onto your radio, talk to control and say, can you give me a talk through to PC857 Duggan, Humberside Police Dog Section, please? I just want him to confirm the identity of his brother, who I'm now talking to in Kennedy Way in Immingham. He went, what? I said, yeah. My name's Raymond Duggan. I'm actually the brother of PC857 Duggan, Humberside Police, dog handler. Stationed at Hull Priory. You want to call him? He'll be here in about 5 minutes. Because he's probably in the area anyway. No, it's all right. You're not doing anything wrong. And he scuttled away like a little rat. This is the shit I've had for the last 10 years since I've lived in Immingham. No one wants to help me. They just want to destroy me. I'm not imagining this. It's 20 million people in the UK right now, sitting in their homes, dying on the streets because no one will help them. I saw a report the other day. Can't remember where it was. And they said most people in the UK haven't spoken to a friend or family member in over 35 days. People live in fear of opening their door now. They live in fear of opening their email. They live in fear of answering the phone. They live in fear of walking the streets. When I was a Food Waste Heroes, people wouldn't even walk 200 meters to pick up food from me. They come pick up a couple of food bags and they drive, because that's how scared people are now. They won't even walk the streets. But like I said, Hamas, surrender. But you're all two cowards, because that's all you are now in this world. Cowards. Hiding. 2 words. Hamas, surrender. Not ceasefire. Ceasefire means a pause in the war. Hamas, surrender means it ends. No more Hamas. Hamas, basically resign. And this goes for any terrorist groups. Surrender right now. Ukraine, you surrender. Why are you people too coward to tell Ukraine to surrender? Russia's not the bad guy yet. The war in Ukraine all started in 2014 because of an illegal coup in the Ukraine, which then meant a new president got in and he ethnically cleansed the Russian speakers in the east of Ukraine. So Russia stepped in, starting the war. 2014, not February last year. And then world government stepped in, not because they actually wanted to help Ukraine. They stepped in because they wanted to boost their defense shares. So when they get kicked out of government worldwide next year, because they all have general elections in 2024, they can retire on their defense shares. That will be worth billions. Anyway, hit the subscribe, notification, click on my website, send me some donations. Then maybe I can get my teeth fixed. Yeah, maybe I can get your teeth fixed. Maybe I can afford 20 quid for a razor. Maybe I can afford 20 quid for a haircut. Yeah, maybe then I can afford to buy some clothes. You people think I'm a scammer? Come knock on my door, I'll give you a tour. But I warn you, make sure you wear safety boots and a crash helmet. You think Ukraine's bad? You think Gaza's bad? You think the West Bank bad? You haven't seen the inside of my house. First of all, you've got 6 garbage bags, big 100-litre bags, by the front door, because the council refused to come up 12 stairs to pick up the rubbish. Well, I've got no gate on my house. The shed door is completely rotten. We've got no recycling. So the residents of Kennedy Way, we can't recycle. And then the council send their thugs called Newlands to collect poll tax, but they don't ask for money. All they do is They keep sending threatening texts. Oh, we're now acting on a live court order. We will be coming to take property from the home. We'll clear property out the home. They can't do that because they haven't one, been in the house, and two, I haven't signed an agreement to say I'll pay so much a month. I'm not paying my council tax, and now I will say live on camera, until until North East Lincolnshire Council start supporting me, I'm not paying council tax. They refuse to pay me discretionary housing payment, which means one stroke of a pen, they can pay 100% of my rent. Two, we have no recycle point, so we can't recycle anything. Three, I've got 400-litre black bins full of rubbish. I've got at least 3 bags in the hallway of rubbish because I can't get it downstairs. My stairs is full of rubbish. My living room is full of rubbish. My one of my master bedrooms that's 14 foot by 10 is full of rubbish because I've got nowhere to think. I moved in here 10 years ago, and it took me 4 weeks because not one person in the country or area would actually help me. My bathroom sink isn't even big enough to put a newborn baby in. My bathroom sink is smaller than my 2 hands. It's probably not even as big as my hand, to be honest. I've got no shower. Every time I flush the toilet upstairs, it floods the downstairs of my house, which then floods the pharmacy. This is the shit I'm living with. But you'll say, you're just a scammer too lazy to work. 6 months at the beginning of this year, I didn't even leave the house because I didn't even have clothes to wear. Because all the clothes I did have had gone that rotten because I couldn't wash them. 7 years now, I've been left with no money. How I'm still alive, I've got no idea. How I'm still in the house, I've got no idea. 20 years I've been back from the US. I haven't had one conversation with the job centre about going back to work. I became self-employed, and all the job centre did was rang me on a daily basis, harassing me to attend a daily interview at Grimsby Job Centre. Didn't give me any assistance with the business. Won't allow me to hire staff. Yeah. This is the bullying I've had for the last 20 years. And I've had it now. I'm not taking it anymore. I am prepared to die the streets. Because no one wants to help. The way people think their help is, okay, Ray's got no money, he's starving to death, we'll send him an ambulance. We'll send the police round to do welfare checks. Since when has the British emergency services been social services? Why has everyone in the United Kingdom and worldwide failed so bad now? No one supports anyone. No one helps each other. All I see on a daily basis now is people trying to destroy lives. I've had no help. I've had no offers of help. Oh, go get a job. Get your hair cut. Get a shave. Fix your teeth. How do you get a haircut? How do you fix your teeth? How do you have a shave when you haven't got a penny? It's the lads and lasses in the Times chat room, Times and Sunday Times live chat room on Gaza said the last couple of nights, go get your haircut, fix your teeth, shave. Better still, just go kill yourself. Go to the roof and jump. That's how people want to help. Oh, you're just a scammer. Well, if I'm scamming, I'm doing a pretty bad job of it. If I was a scammer, would I be laying in my bed in the middle of the day telling Hamas to surrender? Or would I be on a Filipino or Thai beach somewhere sipping cocktails, eating prawns with maids cooking for me, cleaning the house for me, you know? Anyway, I'm gone, because as I keep telling people now, we're at the point of no return. There's no answers now. People are nasty now. Pardon me. They don't want to work. They don't want to help each other. And they're just sitting on their computers at home now, watching people die in Gaza. How sad is that? 39,000 people when you go on Al Jazeera's live YouTube channel at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then by lunchtime it drops to about 15, 16,000. And every time these people go on that channel, Al Jazeera make you watch an advert. For that advert, Al Jazeera gets £2.60 from YouTube per advert. So 39,000 times that by £2.60, times that at least 4 adverts an hour, at least. And I'm getting called a scammer. I don't have any adverts on my channel. I don't have subscribers on my channel. Oh, you can't watch a live feed unless you subscribe to the channel. You can't, and you can only talk in chat every minute, which means you can't have a conversation. Anyway, I'm gone. As you see, no one helps me. No one will support me. Not one person in the last 68 minutes have come into the room. Bye, guys. Enjoy Life of Hell. You're unbelievable. Hamas, surrender.